Philadelphia. Right now we just took the subway to 30th Street, and here we are at the William H. Gray III 30th Street station. Today we're taking Amtrak to New York City, so let's head in now. This right here is the William H. Gray III 30th Street station in Philadelphia. This is where Amtrak serves, and it's pretty much in the center of the city somewhat. It's right by the University of Pennsylvania. But anyway, let's head inside and get checked in. Let's head to New York. Just a little fun fact, this building right across from the station used to be the Philadelphia Post Office, and now it's leased by the IRS, which is really interesting. Just a little fun fact. Here's a quick little last view of the city before we leave. Today we're on the line that goes from Harrisburg, which is the capital of Pennsylvania, to Philadelphia, then to New York City. Today we're going over to Penn Station. And this right here is the entrance to the station. It's very nice design here. And right here is a little Amtrak door. So now it's 100% confirmed we're going to New York City. Just making sure we're not in like the complete opposite direction from the station, but here we are. Welcome to the William H. Gray station. Alright, and here we are. Nice big station here. Very nice place, I gotta admit. Really cool area. So now we just got to figure out where we are going, and it looks like we're at Gate 7, Track 8 today. We're on the 642 Keystone service to New York City from Harrisburg to Philadelphia, now to New York. So let's head over there now. Just a quick little thing for anybody who's hungry when they come here, there is a Dunkin' Donuts in the corner. This is a college town, so of course there are some college advertisements here. Alright, so in the left corner where it says SEPTA, that is the Philadelphia subway system. And then there are several gates here lining up this wall. Also, there are some shops here and a food court, as well as some other gates on this side. As you can see, there is a very long line here, but we are now boarding for New York. You can only see a little portion of the line here, but I promise you there's a lot more line in the station, so it's a very good thing that it's roomy here. And welcome aboard Amtrak. I'm going to the back. Let's see what window seats we could take. Alright, let's take 16A. Okay, today we took seat 3A. That's because there were some nasty people next to us, and just to avoid trouble we took 3A. This is a quiet car though.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Amtrak Keystone train 642. Train is on reserve 642. This is the 805 AM.
Okay, so this right here is our front of our car. It's a quiet car though, so we can't talk that loud. Today we're in seat 3A. Right here's on my seat back. It's very soft, I gotta admit. And this one doesn't have a table in front, but that's okay. Right here's our window. There's also 2 power outlets. We have 2 minutes to our scheduled departure. Let's see if we're on time. 8:05. We leaving? I hear the doors closing. And off we go for New York City.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Amtrak Keystone train 642, Keystone service in Ruston, New York City. On this train we have 5 coaches. There is no cafe on any Keystone 600 series train. We do have a quiet car, very loud car is a quiet car. If you're riding in the quiet car, please don't talk on your cell phone. Please place your cell phone in silent.
Here's my question of the day. How on earth did we end up in a quiet car? I'm not a quiet person at all, if you know me.
In the quiet car, there is no extended conversation. Please limit any conversation, no comments, and no phone. In just a few minutes, conductors will be around to collect and carry all tickets. Please have your tickets ready. If your ticket is on a mobile device, please brighten your screen and enlarge the barcode. We need to scan the barcode up the left-hand corner of the ticket. ticket.
Here's some of our last views of Philadelphia. This little city right here is North Philadelphia.
Next station, Trenton, New Jersey. Coming up, Trenton. Check for your personal belongings. Use caution as you exit the train. Enjoy your day. If you're in a quiet car, please exit the front of the quiet car. Trenton, New Jersey.
Alright, and welcome to the capital of the beautiful state of New Jersey, Trenton. For some reason, Trenton Airport calls himself Philadelphia, but that's another story for another day. It just puzzles me. Anyway, welcome. We're just pulling in now. And now we're pulling out of Trenton. It is 8:33 a.m. We're very early right now. Off we go. Alright, so we just left Trenton. Now we're going over to Newark's Penn Station, Newark, New Jersey. Let's go. Alright, we're now about halfway to Newark. And that is Penn Station in New Jersey. Alright, now we're coming up on Newark. To our right is Staten Island, New York, which is the only part of New York that's on the New Jersey side of the Hudson River. We're almost there. We got about 10 minutes till we get to Penn Station in New Jersey. We're going to the New York Penn Station though, so New Jersey is our last stop. Alright, we're getting very close to Newark. Alright, and it's now time for the Travelman Rates Train Edition. In this rating, we'll talk about the seat, food, entertainment, and the service. First, let's talk about the seat. The seat was pretty comfortable for the length of this journey. It was about 2.5 hours to get from Philadelphia to New York City, and in that entire time I was able to nap for a little bit and just rest and look around. And even though it was a quiet car, it was pretty comfortable. Legroom was good and the cushioning was great also. 5 out of 5. Next, the food. Food options were pretty limited on this trip because it's a Keystone service, which is more of a regional route. However, they did offer some coffee and a couple of small little bites due to the early morning train time. However, in the stations there were a lot of food options, so therefore I'll give that to Amtrak, 5 out of 5. Next, not the in-flight entertainment, the in-train entertainment. In this train there was Wi-Fi available, and because it was really early in the morning, not a lot of people took advantage of it. However, I did use it for a little bit and it was kind of slow, however it did end up working towards the end. This isn't like an airline where they offer you like all these TV shows and movies on your phone like American Airlines does, for example. However, we were able to get through for the pretty short train time. If you're on a longer train, they do have better services for that. However, we were on the shorter train time, which was about 2.5 hours from Philadelphia to New York. There were also in-seat power outlets, which I found very useful, so therefore a 4 out of 5. And finally, the service. On this train, there were a couple of attendants that kept coming through the cabin. Is it called the cabin? I don't know if it's called the cabin, but I'm going to call it a cabin now. There were a couple of attendants just to check our tickets, make sure we were on the right train, and actually got tickets for the train. And they were really friendly, happy to be there early in the morning. They did a great job. 5 out of 5. So, with all that said, this wintertime Amtrak service from Philadelphia's William H. Gray III station to New York City's Penn Station in the Moynihan train hall earns a 19 out of 20 stars. Well done, Amtrak. And by the way, welcome to Newark. Alright, we're now pulling out of Newark and headed to New York City. Right out there is the Big Apple, New York City. Alright, so right now we're near Hoboken, New Jersey, and we have to go under a tunnel in the Hudson River to get to New York City. So that's what we're in right now. Nothing really to see. One cool feature on this Amtrak train is in-seat power. We're making our final way into the train station, the Moynihan train hall.
Around the Penn station, Moynihan, New York City. Watch your step. Have a good day. Final stop.
And with that, welcome to New York City. Alright. And welcome to Penn Station, New York City. Pretty good ride with the Amtrak today. Alright, and welcome to the Moynihan train hall here in New York City's Penn Station. Very nicely renovated here, as you could see. Alright everybody, that concludes today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope we enjoyed. Our train will be headed over to Philadelphia next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Welcome to New York.